Something weird is happening. I can't talk to the tree. And that's the main mechanic of the game. Oh, that's how you start the game. So I must have somehow soft locked myself out of not talking to this tree. Which I didn't think was possible. Apparently ignoring Mickey's mail is not a good idea. I do it later on, though, constantly. They show up in DuckTales. They're not the other three. It's not Huey and Dewey and Louie's counterparts, and they're not related to Donald Duck and they're not related to Donald Duck and Daisy, right? Because Huey, Dewey, and Louie, it's Donald Duck's nephews or something, right? I'm just trying to figure out like the Venn diagram. The relation between everyone. Donald's the uncle, right? So who's the uncle of, or who are April, May, and June then? Are they Daisy's? Is Daisy their aunt? Nieces of Daisy, okay. It's so confusing. Mickey, don't go near her, no. All right, so we sent him a mail. I don't even think we like have to go up here because we just need to be. Mickey, oh Mickey. I think you have to respond to this one. I think that's the issue, is we didn't. See, he's not talking to me. Yes, now we can talk. Okay. I don't know if it means we have to send that first mail. I might have sent an extra mail. We'll find out. Like getting out of this place without taking a sting is surprisingly difficult. Yes. What? You're closing on me. From now on, we pretty much ignore, not pretty much, completely ignore Mickey for the any percent clear. And then what we'll do is we'll message Mickey for passwords that we have to say to these trees in the evil forest. I know. What? Okay. All these like weird triggers in this game. I'm going the wrong way, by the way. Because we don't want to mail for that. So we should get a password now. It's going the wrong way, by the way. So this is actually a maze. We can get through it relatively. Okay. I'm gonna get the first password now, which is Jonas. So we don't have to respond. Like remembering where the mail triggers are is a little bit irritating. Alright, yeah, this is the first one. Then we get a ruby. We have to get 2 more rubies, and then we're set. And after we get a ruby, we have to immediately mail Mickey again. And this is like the mail mechanic of this game is actually rather frustrating, because you don't use it except for this part and at the very end of the game, and it's extremely convoluted at the end. Like, there's, again, the thinking you would have to do to even figure this out as a kid would be nuts. But we are required to basically use Mickey. So now that we got Yukon, we'll talk to the other tree monster. And now we're gonna go ahead and mail Mickey again. Get out of here, Pate. Pade. It's Pate or Pade? I don't know. But he's going off to get the 3rd password, which should come right about now. This one is Junsi, which means pure. And we talk to the 3rd one here. And we're done with this area. Super easy on this map, by the way. So these are the fairies that we speak to. So this one's like the forest fairy. There's a desert fairy. What else is there? Fire fairy? I don't even remember. Water fairy, fire fairy, or something like, I don't know. They're helping us get the real key to the dreamland, the dream country. So this one you have to do the Chip and Dale challenge, which is basically just collecting apples. There's tons of items and stuff you can get that like increase your life stat, or you know, maybe give you like more bravery and other things like that. I think those increase your jump and other things. Like, I'm not entirely certain. I have not experimented with this game enough. I probably will buy a strategy guide for this game for real, like if I can find one. There was zero information in any language about this game, so first thing we got to do is just jump and get the Chip and Dale are going to appear at random spots, and hopefully we can get 10. We're already losing time because we only need to get 10 and the game's over. We got pretty unlucky with their spawn. Like I said, the first attempt, it's not going to be perfect. Well, I didn't even see that. You're at the very edge. So this section is actually RNG. Like, I finished this at 15 seconds before. I finished this at 10. I've never finished at 8. That was really slow. But hey, we got through it. Don't lose any life for making a mistake here. Alright, so this one we have to now get on a train, which is actually rather tricky. Yeah, Mickey tells us Mickey's a bit of a jerk. He's like, don't lose those apples. It's like pushy. Like, Mickey sends a lot of messages. Oops, I jumped accidentally. I was trying to skip text and I jumped. I'm not going to restart. We'll get through one play. So it's always the third one. You just gotta wait. Next it'll be red, and then it'll be yellow. I have it timed out, so I'll fall right into it, right from this flower. It should be right here. And then we go ahead and we ride the train to the next area. This all pretty much happens automatically, by the way. This section. The reason I stand below those flowers is like that's the spot you can jump where if you want to time it by the noise. So I just use the timing of the actual like train rolling by on the third one, and then I'll jump. And since it doesn't move any, it doesn't matter when you jump on the thing, the train, the fruit train. I don't know. So this one is we have to find Pluto, and it's really easy. We just got to find the snowboard, and then Pluto's going to come. He's going to take us to his house. And then after, we have to get a present for Pluto, which is also extremely easy. Now Pluto comes and he takes us to our house. Found the sled. By the way, this area is actually pretty big, considering things. So there's a forest section coming up, and that's the one section where I don't know if my movements are correct, but I'm going to try a new route this time anyway. Might as well. We already messed up at the beginning anyway. I don't know, like, this isn't really like the type of game that I play, but it has mini games in it, and then it's a really fun, like, I literally was thinking about just for the event, like, for the Disney event. So makes perfect sense for this game. There's a ton of items you can get. We don't care. Hidden Mickey symbols. And then she goes back on her own. We don't have to do anything. That's it. That's the mini game for Pluto. I guess normally you'd be wandering around forever, but it's literally right there. Alright, so now we did that mission. So we're going to go down and talk to Donald. the goat. Mickey's always bothering us. Basically, Donald's like, yeah, you need to get like this card for the snowboarding, but it's in this special like Donald cave. So we got to go to the Donald cave, and then we'll get the key. After we get the card for the snowboard rental, he'll give us the snowboard, which we can then go to the north part, and then we actually snowboard down, do a snowboard mini game to the next section. It's probably like the longest section of the game next to the pyramid, I think. I'll have to time it out later, but this is where we like take a bit of damage to basically boost the time to this cave, because you're normally supposed to like stop and jump and all this other stuff, but we don't care. We're trying to go fast. Jumping. It's like a weird delay on jumping too, so you can't even like get stuff that quickly. Using health items and that you find in this game also takes an enormous amount of time. So much though that it's not worth it. 50 is not bad. This is about where I want to be. Snowman's my way. We got the card, so we'll go back up. Talk to our boy. I can't do that. I can't do a Donald's voice, but I can only do that. That's the only thing I can do. Go whoosh. Kind of okay, Goofy. My Minnie needs work. We'll go up here and basically they're gonna give us like a little warning, like, hey, you're about to go do the snowboard game. Here's how you play. It's literally just left or right in this game. There's no other controls you need. I've never hit anything here. I've run this several times now, so let's keep it that way. Readjusting straight takes a second. That's the only thing to remember. I don't know what determines like the amount of stuff on the screen. It does seem random though. Easy, right? Okay, so I'm gonna walk, I think 5 screens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then hopefully is when she starts to give up. 6. Okay, it's 6 screens. And she's basically like, oh, this sucks. I want to get out of here. So we're going to walk. This is where we're doing testing. So we're going to walk 3 more screens. I'm not going to go left, up, right, or down. 2. 3. 4. 5. Okay. So I think this my theory about this section is that it doesn't matter whether you go left, up, right, down, back, whatever. It may be steps or it may be screens. So I need to go back through this section as well and test out if I can just flop through the screen. If I can go forward, back, and then quickly go on the screens and it just counts the screens, or if it counts the steps. So that's what I don't understand about that section. Yeah. I'm talking all this out loud mainly to remind myself, because I'm going to watch this back later and look at the segments where I can fix stuff. I mean, that section might not be actual foots. It could just be screens. Alright, now we talk to Goofy. In 2017, they aren't nieces. That's what I'm saying. I watched both I didn't watch all of the remake. But the original, I know they were nieces. And then I heard in the remake that not only, well, they showed the episodes out of order. I know about that. But, yeah, he tells you there's like only 1 day left, and then later when you get farther on, he's like, Miku's like, there's only 1 hour left. It's closing in the next minute. You're just like, Mickey, what is your problem? So like, Goofy gives you like the wrong directions, I guess. So you got to go back and basically tell Mickey like, or tell Goofy like, yo, Goofy, what's up? Like, why you give me the wrong coordinates? He's like, oh gosh, I didn't know they weren't there. So now we gotta go talk to Mote and them, and they're at the pyramids, which I believe is down here. The pyramid stuff is like my weakest section for sure. Mainly because the maze is pretty awful in the pyramids. Everything looks the same. Everything looks the same. Let's see. Nope, I went the wrong way. It's here. This might be empty. Nope, this is it. Okay. This is probably the longest section. It's pretty easy. Yeah, so Moti or Mati or Moti. What is where are these kids from? By the way, we're just walking to the pyramids right now. Because basically, they're telling us that the key to the dream world is here. Well, we're going to find out that that key that they gave us actually isn't the key to anything. It's like not a real key. So they kind of screw us. Oh, I'm supposed to go up first, I think. Let's see, I don't remember. Yes, I am. I really they do 10 damage, so you really don't want to hit the scorpions because we need our life for the later sections. What? There it is, okay. This was the first item we needed. The key. Yes, okay. Somehow, right? And by the way, looking at our health, at their status, takes an incredible amount of time, so I just have to remember that we're basically at 30 health right now, and hope the scorpion's on the correct side, which it is. And then we go back to the door that we came through, and we're gonna go to the first basement, which is, this game tricks you. It's actually on this section over here, and you have to go up, over, and then there's stairs down there, but there's also stairs right here. Okay, I guess that doesn't count as walking down them. That is not good. This cake. I mean, cake's not bad. I might have to use cake. Cake is much better than the other health items. Right, okay. See? Get rid of the first lock, and then we're going to get a passcode, which gives us the second lock, which even if you know the codes in this game, because there's like 2 things with numbers in this game, it doesn't matter. You can't interact, like the prompt to unlock the other lock, the number is always 371. It doesn't matter. And the other weird thing it does is it tries to trick you, but it only gives you one other number, which you can't even interact with the second gate until you have this item. It's like, well, I don't know what to do with this. It needs some sort of security key. So we got the security key, and then we get to this section. It's like, is it 371 or 471? And it's already scrolled over 371. So you'd have to actively like make that mistake and be like, you know what? I forgot what I was told 2 seconds ago. Let me not do that. Obviously, like walking here and figuring out the cycle, pretty important. Oh, we just grab this. I'm gonna go on down here. Try not to get hit because the hitbox on the thing's actually surprisingly huge. And here's the second gate. Hey, what's the code? 371 or 471? Like I said, why would you ever hit it? Did. I don't even understand how someone could be confused. That's like a stupid test. And the good thing is we passed. We passed the stupid test. Yeah, we got hit. I should have kept walking forward. Cake. Oh gosh. Is it really around this one? Okay, so here's the key. Sorry, it's the lower one. A lot to remember in this section. So we got the key. We're not even close to out of this area, by the way. So we... Get out of my way. What the hell is that? We got the key now, but now we have to go through the ant hell. And then after we go through ant hell, we have to go through another crazy mini game, which is going through riding on whirlwinds. And this one's actually like kind of difficult, but not like, you just have to see that like well, that hole on the ground on the left side. Yeah, we just have to go in that and avoid these like little like what do you call those dust thing? Dust rolling dust. I forget what they were called. There's a name for them. But anyway, you just simply avoid them. you got to go up here and then slip through. Like, the timing for that is pretty tight. So that was pretty clutch by me. No misses. If you mess up, you go back to the section of the stage that you're on. It's not that bad. So yeah, now we slip past the ant hell. And by the way, talking to the ants and all this stuff is completely useless because they ask you for items. They ask you for health items, which are good. So you end up spending more. Like, I guess if you want to do 100%, maybe if you give one to all of the ants, they'll give you something. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't routed 100% for this game. But yeah, now we ride this section. This tends to be interesting. Like, if you jump weird, like, I haven't figured out how the damage really works in this section, but essentially, yeah, like, if you do a bad jump and slide in any fashion, then you get you get damage dealt to you. And so you just want to ride the Tatsumakis, the whirlwinds, to the next section of stage. But if you like mess up a jump or something, then you can't go. So we have to ride this one up. If it will just move, please. And then, yeah, if you fall there, you take like 10 damage or something. Damage like varies too. This one you literally just ride to the end. And that should be the end of it. And so now we meet Mickey, and we have to use the mail system here to be like, hey, Mickey, even though we just saw you, where are you? Oh, it's right down there. So, my bad. So I gotta open up the mailbox, say, hey, Mickey, where are you? And then he's gonna send me a mail like, what do you mean? I'm like, in this house. But if you knock on this house beforehand, it's like no one's there. So you gotta like take your steps, and then the mail's gonna come, and then you can go inside the house. So basically, Mickey is a ninja and slipped into this house when you weren't looking. But basically, he's like, I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to the Yume country. Like, you don't need to go. There's nothing there for you. I don't know. Their arguments don't make any sense. So then you're like, no, we're gonna go too. I wanna meet the fairies and things like that. But he said he's like going back. He's like, I'm going back to the like ice country or whatever. So now you talk to the sand fairy. Sorry, sand. Okay, not fire. Sand fairy. And now we're in the last section of the game. And this is where we meet all the nieces. By the way, you have to say yes there. And anytime there's a prompt or a minigame, you can't skip them. I tested everything already. That stuff I already tested. And this is where the convoluted part of the game comes in, where it's, hopefully I'll have like a lot of funny commentary and stuff. But I'm just, the reason I'm doing this kind of commentary right now is to explain what I'm doing for myself. There's only 3 hours left, Minnie. Get your ass over here. So this section is weird, right? So April comes out, it's like, hey, I gotta talk to you something. I can get you to the I can point you in the direction of the Yume no Kuni. Then she goes up, and then you gotta talk to her anyway again and do the little musical mini game, which you have to pass so that you can then go to the very next screen, which is you can skip over a section. You have to do like this puzzle for the game. I don't actually know the score that you need to pass, but since it's a rhythm game, why not just pass perfectly, or close to perfect? Bam, 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 bam. It's about normal. Alright, so we've done the rhythm game, the rhythm mini game. And now we get the puzzle pieces. Telling us literally about the puzzle that we're gonna do in the very next screen. Mickey's just writing us to tell us, hey, now it's 2 hours. Okay, Mickey, chill out. Walk over here and we'll do the puzzle again. It is put out of order randomly. Oops. Wait, I messed something up. Okay. A little slow, but it's okay. Had a small brain fart. And we complete the puzzle. And then now we walk onto the next section of the game, which makes no sense the first time you play it. So basically you have to mail April being like, hey, I'm here. What am I supposed to do? And then she sends her niece, or I guess April sends her nieces who don't help you, who like waste your time, and then you have to walk on the screen like for a little bit more. So we'll mail. And you can't use the key until later. And there's 2 doors. There's a north door and a west door right above here. Now, you can't use the doors just yet. But if you go to the north door, it takes you in a really roundabout way, or it seems to. And so you take the west door and then you'll do the last section of the game. But first you gotta talk here. And by the way, this is just like a fast skip that I found where you just mail and you can walk back and forth here. This is this spot that I'm standing in is the spot that you have to walk over in order for them to come. So they didn't help you. So now you've got to like walk just on the flowers here. Just take a bunch of steps. And then you're gonna get to see the I forget which fairy it is. I don't think I have to mail again. There it is, okay. It's a considerable amount of steps, so if you leave the screen, which is what any normal person would do after that amount of walking. You wouldn't see this, and you wouldn't meet the flower fairy. Sorry, flower fairy, sand fairy, sand fairy, forest fairy. Now it's like there's 2 doors. Easy, we just go west. We're looking for like this golden butterfly. The golden butterfly is supposed to be the fairy that has the actual key. So we go up here, open it, and now we're on to the last section of the game. We've done it. The strangeness has not ended. So everyone else, by the way, has been mailing us and talking to us, be like, hey, are you gonna come here and come to this island? This is a section of the game where we can actually lose in a big way, because you can control your jumps in this. And so you have to jump. There's no boat, so we're jumping from log to log and middle section of the island to reach the boat. So far, so good. If you fail, you will restart at the last island section that you reached. So, for example, we'll restart here. So, not only do you lose a considerable amount of time, if you get stuck on one section, you basically can be here infinitely. And if you game over, like I might actually do, you have to go back to the very beginning. So we don't want to do that. I need to control my jumps a little bit better. Really? Can't eat cake, by the way, because it's considered a mini game stage. Doesn't really help us. Oh, wow. Oh, jeez. Yep. The platforming in this game. Whoops. Really? Minnie, please. What? I mean, you get as many continues as you want. It's just sad. Alright, I'm just being bad now. The problem is, even if I like pass this with no issue, 50 life is cutting it close for the last and most difficult mini game. This one, it tends to be so-so. Oh, really? Yeah, I'll show the item and how long it takes. So, let's eat a cake. So, yeah. It's a consider, and you cannot use multiple items at one time. So it's a huge L to start just using items. And I really should have saved them for the next section, but it's fine. If we get through this, no issue, then I'll be alright. I'm not going to complain that much. Okay, okay. Ooh, okay. There's no, like, drop shadow, right? So I don't really know if I'm landing right. Ooh. What? I overshot the jump? Minnie, please. Oh, yeah, yeah. No! No, seriously, no. Alright, last section. Yes. Oh, okay. It's hard. It is hard. It's extremely sensitive. Okay, so Donald has been like just chilling on this island apparently since we last spoke to him into the ice zone. And we can talk to him, but we just have to go through, pass by this active volcano first. And this is Mickey basically also, again, oh, this is Chip, okay. Chip's out. Yeah, Chip and Dale are here, like everybody's here. So, this one's pretty heavy in RNG, so we may lose. We might be able to get through it. It's hard to say. But we got one of the bounce ones, so I would have to jump over it perfectly. We don't have the jump height, so we have to go through here with 50. Having more than 50 is nice. We don't have it. Also, getting hit by the okay, that was strange. Yeah, very difficult to avoid that one. That one's supposed to be easy to avoid. One more left, but we should be at the end here. Okay. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. It's that extra hit we got at the beginning. Cake. A cookie. Sorry. How much else does a cookie heal? 5. Candy is 3. Cookie is 5. Cake is 10. I don't know what the health items there are. There we go. Life, 2 in a row? I guess so. We're at 3 right now. No, you did not jump. Oh, but that... Okay, that's fine. Actually, that was a good trick. Uh-oh. What in the world? We wasted the cookie now. I have never gotten so many of those in a row. We're really stuck here. This is great. I'm keeping this in. It's great content, but I don't know what to say. I mean, how? Yeah, that one's, you just get hit. I guess the only other thing I do is eventually going to stop bouncing, because if it is, oh well. But see, if I stop, then the small one comes from behind. Oh, there we go. Finally. Okay, so we made it through the volcano after the 3rd try. And, Donald, we're going to try one extra thing, which is... Oh, no, okay, you can just ask. So you only have to ask about the island. You don't have to ask about all the other stuff. And then you can just leave. I wonder if you don't have to ask anything. That's the only thing I haven't tried. Just pressing B. Cake. So, good thing is, we got to go back up, but we don't have to interact with the volcano anymore. It's finished. Morty, okay. Yeah, Morty is here too. And they're at the next island, so we gotta go find the golden butterfly at the next island. And you don't have to do anything, the boat just automatically takes you there. And we're gonna get here. But, unfortunately, the butterfly is going to run away. And it's going to go to another island, so we have to move again to another island. And then we're going to meet up with Morty, who's going to be like, hey, you've got to go down to the bottom of this lake, and, you know, that's where the true key is. Or that's where the key to open the true key is. That's all. Yeah, you have to walk all the way around, by the way. So many mail. And can you imagine, this game wants you to send all these mails all the time? 1 hour left! Haha! Get out of my face, Mickey. So, take the boat to the last place. Fieldy. Morty and Fieldy. Okay, that's the box that we need to open in a second. We cannot open it by any means right now. But we'll go up here. And we'll talk to the two of them. Morty and Ferdi. Ferdi. Is it Ferdi? I wonder how they spell it in English. Morty and Ferdi. So they tell us that they basically give us permission to go dive down in their pool. And when we get to the bottom, the water fairy is gonna ask us that question. It's like, hey, are you sure it's okay you take this? And if we say yes, then basically we're called a liar, and then it just takes us in a conversation loop. So you pretty much have to tell the truth in order to get the box. And then what? Taking Minnie out? Okay. I'm not even sure we're gonna make it actually with our health, so probably for the best. The fish appearing also, where they appear is RNG. It's also the first one where I've had continues on Volcano and on... No, that's not true. I had a continue on Volcano before, but I've never had continues here, and I've never in the lake before. I'm sure it's not just called the Water Fairy. No, it is. Okay. Oh, whoops. I accidentally clicked yes. No. So we're supposed to say no, and then she's like, "Oh, you're like a really honest person," but I said that we did have permission, which was not true. So now we open this up, and it's the last of this like magical dust, which gives us the true key. But we still have to figure out where the entrance is. So even though we have the key, you know, we've got to find the actual golden butterfly. And basically all the fairies are telling us like, yeah, like this isn't the real world. Like this, the real world and the dream world are one and the same. So you need to understand that and realize that. And like so I'm guessing that this is, you know, this is like this is in her dream. And so when you get to the end, they tell you that. And so based on how many items you collect, I think that the ending, this section here, when you go to the dream world, your ending area is supposed to represent that. So I got the cold area because my nice level is not actually up that high. So I think based on how many items you collect, this ending area actually changes at the end. So we find the golden butterfly here, who's actually the dream fairy. And the dream fairy is like, okay, are you ready? I'm gonna open up the door to your dreams. Hop on in. And then finally we get to go inside. She's like, this is thanks to everybody, and that's GG. And that is this game in a nutshell. Sub-hour is what I wanted to do, which is good. Now, obviously there's sections. It's a mini game collection game. There's hidden meanings and messages all over. That's why I want someone to do commentary and someone to, like, you know, while I focus on some of the mini games, because surprisingly the controls are pretty finicky. But yeah, if you get a better ending, like could have sworn I had more credits when I cleared another time and I was in another area. So I think that has to do with like the amount of level and the amount of items that you collect. Now I could route that one. However, it's not too necessary. Like, I don't think it's anything extra. It's pretty on the nose about what this, that the dream world, you know, your realities and your dream are connected, blah blah blah, and that's what the fairies are talking about. But it's just weird in this like kids game, right? This is for kids, and then also just the convolutedness with the mail system. It's just so strange, like how this game goes about giving, like, if you were to message anyone at that like last section, they wouldn't open up the ending for you. Like, you have to message April, and then you have to walk over specific points in that garden. And obviously there's like a few things, like I said, you know, there's obviously a better, way better jumping section, but also routing the forest, which doesn't seem to matter which direction you go. Like, maybe there is a special way, but I timed it out. It seems to be about the same. So I'll just try like switching the screens and find out if it's based on steps or if it's based on just screens. But that's it. That's the ending you get. And because we didn't save, then we don't have any access to the minigame. So you only get access to the minigames that we played based on the save. And there's one minigame that's hidden on the north area, which I guess if you're playing this game for the first time, you might think it was the north, but you can literally just mail April again, and then you're like, is it really the north? And they're like, and then April will message back like, yes, no, it's the west. And then they'll tell you, no, it's really the west. So it's very easy to find. But again, very strange mechanics, very odd game. Lots of like, what is Morty and I want to figure out what Morty is from. Morty, Disney. Morty and Ferdy. So it is Morty and Ferdy, Field Mouse. They are Mickey Mouse's twin nephews who first appeared in Floyd Godfreyson's Mickey Mouse Sunday comic strip. Like, that is so obscure. Yeah, they've been like removed from Disney media since then. I'm trying to see if there's anything recent with them in it. It says they're in Disney. I guess they are in Disney Party too, but that's funny that their only other game is Disney Party. It says Morty's only in Disney Golf. Epic Mickey, that makes sense. They're an Epic Mickey. Yeah, there's other characters named Morty too, apparently. Very funny. Anyway, that's my contribution. Maybe the Disney fan and wiki can update and credit me to finding out that they're in this game, and actually a surprisingly big way. Weird Disney lore, but I know who I'll ask for the Disney lore, but I want someone to comment about this game and other stuff. This will be my submission video too, because I just want people to see the game, and it'll be shorter. My estimate is probably be like 10 minutes shorter from what it is, but an hour estimate is about enough time, and that also gives enough time to like talk about an intro and, you know, outro the game. That's it. That's Disney's Minnie and Friends, Yume no Kuni o Sagashite. Let's find the magical kingdom. The dream kingdom. Not magical kingdom. Strange, right? I want to do a slow playthrough probably later next month, just to like point out the weird text in this game. like the characters already are weird enough. Like the cactus and the ants, just the backgrounds and the strange, like just something about this game is very strange. But I think that's why I like it. I think that's why it's like a perfect submission.